Hi, Cancer. This is Eileen with your July 2019 Psychic Tarot card reading. And I want to wish you all a happy birthday. I know some Cancers have their birthday in June and some in July. So, happy birthday to all of you. Hope you're having a wonderful birthday celebration this month or June or July. I'm recording this in June. And what I wanted to say is be sure after you watch this video and be checking for your rising and moon sign videos also, because there may be some messages and insights for you in those videos as well. And just keep checking if they're not there, because I'm just getting started right now on the July videos. This is today's June 12th. So if you're watching it early on, just check, keep checking back for your rising and moon signs videos. And this is a general reading. So some cards may resonate with you while other cards may not. If I'm doing a private reading, then I'm just focusing in on your circumstances. And so we're starting the month of June with the Eight of Wands card. And the wands typically relate to the fire signs. They relate to work, action, progress, movement. And the Eight of Wands is talking about things taking off and getting moving in July for you, possibly in early July. So for some of you, if you've been waiting on something, perhaps a job, maybe you've been applying for jobs. Some of you may be looking for a place to move to. You might be looking for an apartment or a house or whatever, and maybe things have been kind of slow, it's been a lull, and then all of a sudden that right place might come available. And you'll have to act quick if this is pertaining to you, if you have something you've been waiting on that was going slow, and then all of a sudden it's like you got to get up and get going right away. Some of you might be applying for a transfer with your job, and maybe everything's been silent, you haven't heard anything, and then all of a sudden you might get the green light that you've got the transfer. So there's different scenarios for different people here. And I am tuning in on a psychic level as well as reading the meanings of the cards. But I do feel this, I get a lot of good energy from this. I do feel that those of you who are affected by this Eight of Wands card in July, you're going to be feeling enthusiastic and you're going to be pleased with the changes that are moving forward for you in your life. And now also the Eight of Wands could relate to flying by air somewhere, like maybe making a trip someplace by air, either across countries or just from one state to another. Some of you may be taking a trip in the month of July, possibly for vacation or business. I'm feeling business travel also for some of you. So, in some of you, I'm feeling somebody might be, and maybe more than one person might be moving, making a physical move to a new location with a job. Either it's a job, could be an existing job, and you're moving with your company to another location. I'm feeling that for someone. That might be specific for one person, and others of you may be getting a job in another location, another city or state or whatever, and you're moving. I'm feeling some of you might even be looking at the idea of just moving to another state or another city because you know there'll be better opportunities for you. You've already checked it out. You might even know some people in that other location. I'm getting for whoever that is. Anyway, good energy of making progress, moving forward. So, so it's going to be good news for a lot of you who are affected by the Eight of Wands in the month of July. And then the next card we have is the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords, is talking about some of you Cancers being in a dilemma in the month of July where you have to make a choice and you don't know who or what to choose. For some of you, this might be two different people that you're seeing. You're currently dating two people. I'm feeling for some of you, there's one person you've been steady with and kind of in a committed relationship with, and somebody else is in the picture. I'm just not getting I'm not getting real strong energy from that person, like they would be a better match for you. But for whatever, I mean, you are interested, you're kind of, you don't know what to do. It's almost like that other person has got your attention. It could be for someone. You had some previous history with the second person that's come into the picture here. And so you're feeling some sense of I don't know, like I don't know if I want to say obligation or loyalty or that sense of history, like maybe it's somebody you were involved with in the past, then you started seeing someone else, and now the person from the past is coming back into the picture, and I feel like they may have messed up in the past too. They lost you. This might be specific for one person that I'm tuning in for here. But at the same time, you've had a very open heart towards this person. You're not really holding any grudges against them. It's like you have a lot of compassion for this person. So you are being pretty open and allowing them to kind of push their way in a bit. But they're not a good quality person for you. That's what I'm getting here. This might be specific. I might be just tuning in for one person. Maybe a few people have some similar situation going on. And then for others of you, it could be that you're just currently dating two people and you're trying to decide between the two of them. But one of them feels a little more, I'm feeling like one of them knows about the other one and would like to just have you to themselves. That's what I'm feeling like. But I don't feel like they're in a real strong position. I mean, I don't know if some of you might be living with the person you're in a committed relationship with or married to them or whatever, and there's been somebody else that maybe you've spent a little time with here and there, and that other person is really wanting a lot more, but I just don't feel they're in a strong position. And for others of you, this could relate to a job situation where you might have one job and there's somebody's telling you about another position that's available. Overall, I'm still getting that possibly what you have already might be a better situation for you if it's something you identify with. If you're in a situation that you don't identify with and you're not happy, then no, that's not the case. But for those of you who have had some kind of situation, whether it's a job, relationship, and it's been real steady and solid, and some other person or a company or whatever is trying to get your attention and make some offer to you, I'm feeling overall you're better off staying with the one that you're comfortable with for whoever this is for. This might just be a few people that this affects. And then the advice of this card is to take the blindfold off, though, and step back, look at your circumstances objectively, use your intuition. Cancers are water signs, so you are very intuitive. You have a lot of intuition and psychic abilities of your own, so you can listen to your feelings and see who or what situation feels the smoothest and nicest and most pleasant for you, and see if one of them, when you're kind of weighing the two options, if one of your choices maybe feels a little bumpy and not quite right, because that's a red flag if something's not feeling quite right. But otherwise, the advice is to take the blindfold off, just take back your power, be independent, look at your situation, make good decisions for yourself, and don't let other people sway you. Next card we have is the Seven of Wands. And again, the wands do typically relate to the area of work and action, progress. And the Seven of Wands is saying that some of you Cancers may have competition in the month of July, possibly at work, where people, I mean, you're in a strong position. You see the person standing there and they're not afraid or anything. They're defending their position. But you might be in a situation where you have to be defending your position with those at work, or maybe competitors if you're self-employed, or you might be in sales and you're having to really hold your position because others would like to, they see you as being a little higher up or doing a little better than them. I'll put it that way, like you're doing better than them, and they kind of like to knock you off a little bit and get you off track or throw you off your path a little bit, and that's all they know to do, rather than, so they're trying to challenge you rather than better themselves. I'll put it that way, rather than focus on themselves, rather than how you represent what they're jealous of and what they'd like to see, not do so well or go work somewhere else if it's a work situation or whatever, rather than focus on themselves and what do they need to do to be the best they can be within themselves. They're wanting to kind of put you down somehow. But they're in a weak position. You're in a strong position here, whoever this is affected by in the month of July. So But I mean, it's just something to be prepared for. And for some of you, this might be in your personal lives where you're having acquaintances, friends, relatives, whoever, or maybe neighbors, no telling, that somehow it's like, I feel like overall, whether it's business or in your personal life, I feel like people resent the idea that you seem to be just making out pretty good. You're going along with your life and kind of seeming to, you keep it together. You're keeping it together. You're doing your job. You're making whatever money you make. You're just minding your own business, but you're doing good quality work. They observe you and they're jealous of you. That's what I'm getting here. A lot of that kind of energy for those of you who are affected by the Seven of Wands card in July. Next card we have is the Nine of Pentacles. This is a really nice card here. And the Nine of Pentacles is talking about a lot of you Cancers enjoying your prosperity in the month of July. It's like you have a lot to be grateful for. You're going to be enjoying your home environment, your family and friends, maybe taking some vacation time and just really enjoying yourself, enjoying whatever little or big luxuries you get to enjoy in your life, and just feeling grateful and happy for all that you have. And so I really love seeing this card. This is a really nice omen to have this in your reading, and it's good for your birthday time period anyway. To me, it's like a nice birthday present for you. The Nine of Pentacles, that a lot of you would just be enjoying your surroundings. A lot of you make it your business to make your home comfy and nice and pretty and the way you want it to be, to look good the way you want it to look, to feel comfortable, to just be a place you can enjoy when you're home. And whether you're just by yourself or you're enjoying family, friends, whatever, and you feel good about the money you've been making, whatever prosperity is being bestowed upon you, that you recognize you're in a good position and you're feeling grateful for all the good that you have. And it's a good way to celebrate all the good you have. And that just sends out really good messages into the universe to multiply your good and bring more of what you're happy about and what you're grateful for. And I always advise anyone who's not feeling prosperous or feeling like things have been difficult, because again, it's a general reading. So some of these cards will resonate with you while others do not. But I always advise everyone to learn about the law of attraction. And because what you think and feel and how you feel in your inner being, you're radiating that energy out into the world, out into the universe, and it's bringing back what you're radiating to you. So if you're always worried or feeling pessimistic or negative or upset, you're radiating that energy, and it's like a magnet. It's like magnets, the magnets that you're attracting are the ones that are going to give you more to worry about and more to feel negative about and upset about. Whereas when you're radiating confidence and healing and loving energy and gratitude for all the good that you have, and just always being grateful for every little and big thing you have in your life, you're sending out that kind of energy into the universe. So the universe is opening the door and bringing you much more of the same thing, and maybe bigger and better. So you need to always practice, and everybody gets upset and has stressful things. We all have those things that come up. We just got to deal with them and then get back on track afterwards. Don't let anything keep you down. Always get back on track, because then you'll be enjoying more and more of this kind of luxurious way of life in whatever shape or form that takes for you, that makes you happy and pleased. Next card we have is the Lover's card. This is a major arcana destiny card. Lover's card is talking about some of you Cancers making decisions in the month of July, whether to get into a relationship or to stay in a relationship. And for some of you, this could refer to something, because it's about what you're passionate about. And some of you have a passion for work that you're doing, maybe something creative you're doing you feel passionate about. So it's making decisions about whatever you have a passion for, whatever is important to you and that makes you happy. And for some of you, this is going to be whether or not you want to stay in a particular job, or if you're self-employed, or wanting to be self-employed. Maybe there's something you make. Maybe you've got a lot of creativity with you. That's what I'm getting for a number of you. You're very creative people, and you make different kinds of things. Some of you might have services to offer, but I'm feeling creativity, making things. I'm getting that from some of you. Some of you, maybe you paint or just make things with your hands. I'm just getting all sorts of designing, sewing. I'm even feel like some people sew clothing or something. I'm just creativity. I'm just getting a lot of creativity that's out there with the cancers. And so maybe it's almost like, well, I enjoy doing this. This is my passion. This is what I enjoy. I don't know if I could ever make a living at it, or I don't know how to go about it. You know, some of you might be making those kind of decisions and starting to check on things and do a little research to see if you might be able to start making money from your whatever it is that you love to do. And for others, I do feel this is about relationships. I'm feeling that for some of you, you're in a relationship right now with someone. I feel like this applies to more than one person that I'm tuning in for, that the other person is more interested in you than you are in them. That's what I'm getting. I feel like that's not just one person. I feel like it's probably a few people. And so even though there's things about the relationship and the person you enjoy when you're with them, it's almost like in the back of your mind or inside of yourself, you're feeling like, well, this is okay for now, but I know I want something much bigger and much greater and much more. I don't know, brings me much more joy in my life and fulfillment. And I'm feeling like for those of you that this applies to, you want that, you're imagining it, and you are open to the universe to receive it. So I'm feeling like the universe will bring that to you. That's what I'm feeling like for some of you, that you're currently seeing one person and it's nice, but sometimes you might be bored, or you might think, oh no, I don't want to be with them right now, or whatever it is. You know you're not in love with them. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And you really want something much more fulfilling for you. That's just right. Like you want your right mate. And I am feeling that a number of you are attracting your right mate because you're very open. You're very open to receiving. That's what I'm feeling like for a number of you. And so it's coming your way. Okay, the next card we have is the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles is saying that a lot of you Cancers have been working hard, maybe doing a little saving. You've been planning your future and working and being very conscious of what you want in your career and your life, and that you're being patient. You've planted your seeds. You see that they are developing and unfolding for you, and they're coming to fruition. However, you know there's still a ways to go, but you're being patient and you're seeing good results. So this is an encouraging card, like to stay on your path because you are making progress. You're becoming more successful. You're on your way to having more success, and you've got stability, and you know, it's like you're building something solid that you're on rather than being on shaky ground. So this is good. And you're patient. You're being patient about it because you know it's been paying off for you. And so you don't mind continuing to be patient and continuing to cultivate what you're growing, your prosperity. So this is a good image here, another good omen for you. You got that nice Nine of Pentacles. You got the Seven of Pentacles. So you're making progress, but you're being patient. You know you still have a ways to go. And again, embody the feelings of the law of attraction, which is feeling prosperous, feeling successful, like you already are in a really solid, stable situation, and you attract that. It's like the universe gives that to you because that's how you feel. That's the energy you're radiating. Next card we have is the Tower card. So what the Tower is saying that some Cancers have not built on solid ground in some area of their life. It might be relationships. I'm getting relationship issues for some of you that are ending, that have been kind of hanging on by a thread already, and things are just crumbling. It's no big shock. That's what I'm feeling for those of you affected by the Tower energy. And remember, it's a general reading, so some cards will resonate with you while others do not. But for those of you who have the Tower energy in the month of July, it will be for the best long term. Whatever it is that's crumbling and coming to an end, I feel like it's no really big surprise. I feel like it's something that had been not working right to begin with. For some people, it might be a job situation or someplace you've lived. I'm getting living arrangements for some people. Um, whether you've been with roommates or just living someplace where you got disagreeable neighbors, or just maybe the environment around you, or maybe it's too far from work or something. Um, for others, I am getting relationship issues here, that for a number of you, this has to do with relationships. For someone, it might be a relationship with somebody you live with. And but whoever is affected by it with relationships, again, I'm feeling you already knew it was in a bad situation. It's like it's been dragging along, hanging on by a thread, and then there might be somebody might get mad about something, and might be an argument of some sort. I am getting somebody being fed up with something. And so that might be specific for one person, and this relationship just crumbles. Yeah, so, but it's leaving way for new beginnings, whoever is affected by this. So it's going to be for the best in the long run. But I mean, when you're kind of living with a situation that is not right, it's kind of like you just don't want to go to all the trouble and aggravation of ending it and moving on to something else, whether it's a job you're unhappy with or a relationship that's not working right and everything's all messed up with that. It's like, it's good when you're in those circumstances to start making your plans to move on, even if you don't do it abruptly, because a lot of times the way the universe works, if we hang on to something that's not right for us, somehow, some way, the universe will squeeze us out of it. It's like, then it might be a lot more inconvenient. Next card we have is the Eight of Cups. This ties in with this Tower card, because the Eight of Cups is about moving on from something that at one time may have been good for you. So for some of you, it might tie in. For others, maybe not. The Eight of Cups is about being in a situation, and cups do typically relate to love and romance, relationships. So it could be that some of you have been in a relationship that earlier on was really enjoyable and things were going well. It was a lot of fun. And it's kind of like you outgrew that person. It's like I feel like you got to know them better and better as time went by, and you started seeing things in them you didn't care for. And then you started feeling like maybe they were just stuck and not moving forward, and you were moving forward. And so it's like they were stuck in a certain routine or a certain thing that, you looked at it squarely one time or a few times and said, I'm not going to go in circles with this person. I need to move on. And you're not upset or fearful about it. It's like you're confident, you're looking out over the horizon, making decisions, making choices. For some of you, you might still be in the midst of extricating yourself from that relationship. But I feel like if you are, for those of you that are still making that departure, you're already, probably a lot of you, mentally gone already. But it's just physically, maybe you didn't move on yet. But for others of you, this could be a job situation that was really good at one time. Maybe the money was good and you were enjoying your coworkers, and you started feeling like you're ready to move on to better things for you. Maybe even move to a different location, a different city or something. And it lost its luster. It's like you feel like you outgrew the job, like you've learned a lot of things, you've got more experience now, you deserve to be getting paid more money. So you're moving on and you're looking out over the horizon to decide And you're not fearful. Again, you're confident. You feel like you're in control of your life. You're making choices for yourself to move on to what's better for you and your life. So this is it's a good card, even though there might be a little bit of stressful decisions here and there to make regarding that kind of a transition for those of you that this Eight of Cups applies to in July. And the Ten of Wands. Now this, again, wands relating to fire signs, work, action, progress. Ten of Wands is saying that a lot of you Cancers in the month of July, you could feel really overworked, like you've really been working hard. You might be working long hours. Some of you may be working 2 jobs, possibly working at a job and going to school too. Some of you, it could be you just putting in a lot of hours at your job, then you go home and you've got all kind of responsibilities when you're at home. But the advice here, it's like you're going to keep going. You're not going to give up. You've been here before. But I feel like for a number of you, this has been going on for a little while now. It's like you're looking forward to getting to where you need to get to. So for some of you, you know this is somewhat of a temporary situation, but you might still have some months left to it. Maybe some of you have some weeks left. Maybe others have months left. But you're looking out towards the end of the road here, like, okay, if I do this, I got to get through this, and I got to get through that, and maybe I can lighten things up a little bit. So for some of you, you are feeling like you see the light at the end of the tunnel, and you just want to get there. You want to keep going and just get there. But the advice of the card is to really to step back, look at your circumstances objectively, and try to find other ways. Maybe if it's at work, you're feeling overworked, maybe you could delegate some of your work to others. Or if you're going home and you're doing all the work at home and there's other people that are just watching TV or something, maybe you could get them involved to help out around the house or whatever. So it's a good idea, if you can, to step back, look at your circumstances objectively, see if you can lighten your load a little bit so you don't have to just go and go and go like this at this pace. But it's like you're strong. You have a lot of inner strength, physical strength. You just keep going. You're going to keep, it's not like you're giving up. But and I feel like, you've been this way in this situation before, and you've succeeded at it. It's like you get it, you might get through a period of time where you're working a lot of hours, putting in a lot of time, then you're able to take a break. So I feel like for some of you, you're looking up ahead, and you realize you are going to have an opening up ahead. And hopefully, for those of you who don't feel there's an opening up ahead, you're going to have to make one somehow. Next card, the last card we have is the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords, the swords do relate to the air signs of Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. This could relate to a person of one of those signs, or maybe they have a lot of that in their chart. What I get from this card is somebody being gossipy and petty and deceptive, someone who is jealous. They're jealous of you. They put on a little show and act like they've got it together and a lot of things going on for themselves. They might even brag a little bit, not real loud bragging, but a little bit, dropping a little information here and there, whether it's somebody at work or a friend or a relative. They might make a point of mentioning something that they're doing or they did or they purchased, kind of like it's a little bit of bragging, whatever it is. Trying to show off a little bit to show you that they've got a lot going on for themselves, that type of thing. Or trying to pretend they have more money than they do, or even if they do have money, just, I don't know, it's just wanting to prove something because they're jealous of you is what I'm getting. This person looks at you, and I don't even feel like you give them an awful lot of attention. If you do, I don't feel like you're impressed with them or you're necessarily just it's like you're just going about your business, and but they watch you. So whoever this applies to, this person is kind of obsessed with you a little bit, and in their jealousy, and they see traits in you that are strong and confident and solid on your feet, and they don't see those in themselves. And they resent that. They're very jealous of you for that. That's what I'm getting for whoever this applies to. I mean, this person can't do you anything. They're just being petty. And if you recognize who I'm talking about, for those of you that have this person in your life, you absolutely don't want to share any of your personal information with them at all, because they will go and gossip. They'll go twist things you say into all kind of different things. They can take one little small thing you say about yourself or whatever and go twist it and turn it and make it into something negative and not what you said at all, and go and repeat to people. They're very deceptive and dishonest, very petty. Anyway, and like I said, it's a general reading, so some of you will identify with some of these cards and others will identify with others. Excuse me, let me get my water. And so, okay, so this deck I've been using, this is the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. And what I'd like to do now is pick a card from the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins deck by Doreen Virtue. And if you like my videos, be sure and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. And thank you if you have subscribed already. I appreciate your subscriptions, and I thank you. And when you do subscribe, be sure and hit that notification bell so you'll be notification bell so you'll be notified when I post new videos. Also, as I mentioned earlier, look out for your rising and moon signs as they're coming available, because you might get some messages and insights that resonate with you in those videos as well. And feel free to leave your comments. I welcome your comments. If anyone would like a private reading, my rates and contact info are listed below. So Mermaids and Dolphins, what is your message for Cancer for July 2019? What's your message for Cancer for July 2019? I'll give it another shuffle and fan them out. What is your message for Cancer for July 2019? Oh, I like this. This is perfect for your birthday anyway. Make a wish. This is a magical moment. Make a wish and enjoy its manifestation. Great message, especially for your birthday season. Make a wish. Is that a unicorn? I think it's a unicorn and a mermaid. Okay. This is a magical moment. Make a wish and enjoy its manifestation. Great message. I love that. That was perfect. That's the perfect message, because you're supposed to make a wish for your birthday anyway. Okay. And next, I want to pick one card from Nature's Whispers by Angela Hartfield with artwork by Josephine Wall. Okay, so what is the message for Cancer for July 2019? What's the message for Cancer for July 2019? Cancer, July 2019. Okay, I'll give it another shuffle. Uh-oh, don't fall. Almost dropped them, I didn't know. And then I'll fan these out. Okay, fan these out. This sounds good. Okay, this one says expansion. That's number 12, so I'll look it up in the booklet. Let's see what kind of imagery we have in this one. So much beautiful details in these cards. Just love them. There's just so much to see. I don't know if it's better in the light or in the shadows here. I've got shadows and lighting. Just so much detail. I mean, the more you look, the more you see in these cards. You could just study these for a long time. Can't get over that artwork. So talented. Okay, let me look this up. That's number 12. Okay, 12. Expansion. Okay. You are continually moving, evolving, and going through cycles in your life. Attune and align yourself with the rhythms of nature around you. This is an exciting time with new beginnings, growth, and changes. There are many settings that will provide for inner development and expansion. Pay attention to everything that is going on around you and the effect it is having on you. Consider environmental issues or use this as an opportunity for new studies. It is a good idea to recognize the need for extra rest and personal care while integrating new energies so you are ready for important messages and opportunities. Just as in nature, you too have seasons of growth and maturity. That's a wonderful message. I love that. Great message. I think it ties in well with the reading too. And last but not least, I'll pick one card from the Archangels deck by Doreen Virtue. So Archangels, what is the message for Cancer for July 2019? What's your message for Cancer for July 2019? Cancer. What is your message for Cancer for July 2019? I'll give it one more shuffle and fan these out. Going to the beach just came into my mind. Are some of you going to the beach this summer? Let's see. Okay, this one says indigo and crystal children. Archangel Metatron, you have a bond with children. In particular, you can help children who are sensitive. I believe that because cancers are sensitive people. The water signs are sensitive and they can tune in, and you're intuitive. So you can tune in. Like if you're working with children or if you have children of your own, you can tune in a lot of times to what's going on, like their feelings or their moods, and or what's the best way to communicate with them, whether you're trying to help them in some way if they're upset or giving them advice or inspiring them. Indigo and crystal children, Archangel Metatron, you have a bond with children. In particular, you can help children who are sensitive. I think that's a nice message. Okay. And so now, okay, so this, so I hope you're happy with your reading, your birthday reading. And so happy birthday again to all the Cancers, whether your birthday is June or July. So I hope you have some nice celebrations for yourself planned. And happy 4th of July. If you celebrate 4th of July, also, some of you may have your birthday around 4th of July weekend, actually. And be sure and check for your rising and moon signs as they're coming available, because there may be some additional insights and messages that apply to you also. And feel free to leave your comments. I welcome your comments. And if anyone would like a private reading, my rates and contact info are listed below. So happy birthday again, all of the Cancers, and thank you for watching my video.